Hello, this video is going to cover the Practice ACT preparation for our juniors occurring on December 14th. So the first thing that we're going to do is pull up the schedule for December 14th for our juniors. From there we can go to the Practice ACT prep instructions. Here you can see a list of the instructions that need to take place prior to the practice. So one, you should have both test links on the board for the practice test link, which is this bit.ly Practice ACT 2017, and also your homeroom's Google Form link. So as you can see, each homeroom has their own Google Form link. From here, students are going to open two tabs on their Chromebook, one for each of those links that you've just written on the board. For each subject area, you'll pull up the video. That video will give them some strategies and tips for that particular subject area. And then students will go and complete the practice questions. So you want to make sure we time this. I actually am using this data to kind of see where our students are falling. So they'll pull up their practice link, preparing for the ACT. They'll be completing questions 1 through 15 on page 12 for English. So if we scroll down to page 12. They'll be completing questions 1 through 15. They will be recording their answers in that Google form. So that will look like this here. Students will see ACT test practice, the English section, they'll record their answers in that form. You will continue to do this with each section. So show the video, they'll complete the practice questions with that time limit. So if students don't finish, that's fine, but they are worked out to be paced as they would for the ACT test, even though it's a shorter amount of questions. The last thing that we'll do during the ACT test prep is review the answers. So students will be able to discuss those questions. From here, what you will do as the instructor is click on the answer key, and then you will pull up your teacher version of the Google form. So if you're in your Drive, you should go to Shared with Me. You'll search by your last name, and it should say your last name, ACT practice. You'll be able to pull that up. And from here, you'll be able to see the responses. We'll wait for that to load. Once it's loaded, you'll be able to go to the responses section, and you will be able to see a percentage of the responses for each question. So you'll be able to see one response, obviously 100% of students responded with answer A. And you'll be able to compare that to your ACT practice answer key provided here. We'd like to look at the questions that students had the most difficulty with. So reviewing 1 or 2 questions from each subject area with the students where they had the lowest percent was correct. So you'll be able to see that in your responses section here when you compare it with the answer key. Once you've done that review, it'll take about 20 minutes, hopefully not even that long, just 1 or 2 questions from each section. Once you've completed that review, you'll wait until 10:10, and at 10:10 is when you'll go to the auditorium for the UC representative presentation. You'll just take your class down there. There will be helpers. Michelle and Tom will be available as well, so you won't be all on your own, but this is just a quick ACT practice. We'll be able to take the data from this to kind of see an overall picture of where our students stand. I tried to choose questions from different standards within each of the practice sections. If you have questions, please let me know, and I will talk to you then.